36 now. I see the Indian Prime Minister Modi retaining power in India coming election in 2024, come next year.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday was formally named by his National Democratic Alliance to lead a new coalition government for a third term.
The Prime Minister of Bhutan, the Prime Minister of Nepal, the President of Sri Lanka, the President of the Maldives, and the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, all of them have congratulated Prime Minister Modi.
On the 31st of December 2023, during the crossover service in the wilderness with Apostle Peter John Gabriel, the man of God prophesied that he sees the Indian Prime Minister Modi retaining power as Prime Minister in their 2024 general elections. These were his words.
36 now. I see the Indian Prime Minister Modi retaining power in India coming election in 2024, come next year. Once again, I see Indian Prime Minister Modi retaining power, that is, he's still president next year after election, retaining power in 2024 in their general election. God bless you. Thank you.
In confirmation of God's word, according to the prophecy Apostle Peter John Gabriel gave concerning the Indian Prime Minister returning to power in 2024, news broke out on the 5th of June 2024 that the Indian Prime Minister Modi has been re-elected as the Prime Minister of India, just as Apostle Peter John Gabriel prophesied. Let us watch what happened.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday was formally named by his National Democratic Alliance to lead a new coalition government for a third term. It comes a day after regaining power with a surprisingly slim majority in India's elections. Here's Modi after the results were in.
We Indians will walk together towards the development of the country. And in this third term, the country will write a new chapter of big decisions.
Modi's Hindu Nationalist Party won a third term, but lost its parliamentary majority for the first time since sweeping to power a decade ago, after a strong performance by the opposition India bloc.
Clearly, it has dented the Modi brand to some degree.
Dr. Kshitiz Bajpai is Senior Research Fellow for South Asia in the Asia Pacific Program at Chatham House.
I think it shows that a degree of checks and balances persist. The democracy remains well entrenched in Indian society. And then I think over the longer term, there are questions that are going to be renewed about in terms of what Modi's weakened position says about the party's succession plans. What happens post-Modi? What happens after Modi?
The populace, who has dominated Indian politics since 2014, will for the first time head a government dependent on the support of regional allies, whose loyalties have wavered over time, which could complicate the new cabinet's reform agenda. Modi has said he wants to lay the groundwork for India to become a fully developed nation by 2047, the 100th year of independence from British colonial rule. An NDA leader told Reuters on the condition of anonymity that Modi's swearing in could take place as soon as this weekend.
Messages pour in from across the world, well wishes, praises, and promises to work closer. And this time it's no different. India's neighbors were the first to send messages. The Prime Minister of Bhutan, the Prime Minister of Nepal, the President of Sri Lanka, the President of the Maldives, and the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, all of them have congratulated Prime Minister Modi. They also noted that this is his third consecutive term, something that is rare in politics. You may have noticed that two neighbors are missing in this list. That's Pakistan and China. Islamabad has not sent a message yet. Some provincial ministers did congratulate the people of India, but nothing from their Prime Minister. What about China? Nothing from President Xi Jinping, but their foreign ministry did congratulate Modi. Listen in.
We noted
that the results of India's general elections have been announced. China congratulates the BJP, led by Prime Minister Modi, and along with their National Democratic Alliance on their victory. A healthy and stable China-India relationship is in the common interest of both sides and is conducive to peace and development in the region and the world.
Don't read too much into that. It's mostly protocol language put together. More than 50 countries have sent wishes. Latvia, Lithuania, Mauritius, which is an old partner, Myanmar, Singapore, Japan, Iran, and also Taiwan. From the West, Italy was the first to send a message. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni congratulated Modi. Remember, Italy is hosting the G7 summit next week, and Prime Minister Modi is expected to attend it. French President Emmanuel Macron has also extended his wishes. So has US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin. In fact, Modi spoke on the phone to President Putin. He also had a conversation with the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Two wartime leaders also congratulated the Prime Minister. That's Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine and Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. Remember, India has refused to take sides in both these wars. So Zelensky, Putin, Netanyahu, they were all congratulating the Indian leader. The Israeli Prime Minister also added a line in Hindi. He wrote, "Badhai ho," which means congratulations.
We, at Testimony of Jesus, give thanks to God for the confirmation of the prophecy, and we are praying for the nation of India in Jesus Christ's name. Testimony of Jesus is all about Jesus.
It's always been you, Jesus. It's always been
social media handles are on Twitter at twitter.com/TOJChrist, on Facebook at facebook.com/Testimony of Jesus Official, on YouTube at youtube.com/Testimony of Jesus Channel, and on Instagram at instagram.com/Testimony of Jesus.